Oh, okay. But I never know. I hear people called it like different names. I hear Jyden, I hear Jyden. I never know.
I would call him right now, but I think he's a little busy.
Say both of them, then I'm in the mix of calling him Jyden. Then when someone calls him Jyden, I call him Jyden just so I don't feel out of place. I just want to feel a part of it, you know? We got the other tip-off going off on the other, guardable at the 1, then bucket at the 2. So I want to get your thoughts, because that's where I know that it's obviously a different team. They're not playing right now, but just the...
Not saying it'll work, but like, you know, again, chances to the upside are much higher than how much worse it can be.
Potentially, you're kind of right. It's where, yeah, hey, what do you... Hey, you're right. I mean, it's worth a shot, but it's kind of like how we saw that Raptors lineup where they kind of went and brought that's why I don't think they want to change it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not getting blown out. It's like a 6.3 point differential from the 5v5 tournament. So yeah, you're not wrong. They're not getting completely blown out. So I guess they kind of have the Gen G bug, Derek. It's like you from last year. Just keep
call it out if they go for it or not.
That's where IQ and coaching really comes into play right there. Understanding that, being able to call that out. And hey, maybe we might see the 2-for-1 on the other side.
Oh man, Harris takes a lot of hits from people when he critiques them, so we got to get credit to that. But hey, you know, sometimes it awakes the beast.
Overall, T-Wolves have been dominant, especially on offense. Great three-point shooting team, but for a standout, Shifty is my guy. What about you guys?
Ty as his 2-guard. Would kind of love to see if there's a difference there, but definitely great to see MamaImDatMan come out. You think Dirk, he's been the most impressive throughout the time or just for the turn?
Oh, I just went from the turn. Obviously not throughout 5v5.
Sure.
The tip-off. Yeah, the tip-off was miserable. And, oh, that's a big block from
anymore.
Let's see what they can do. We got 50 seconds to go here before we end the first half, and right on cue, MamaImDatMan
jumping his 3-point percentage, his field goal percentage also about 7 points. So it's just the efficiency. I mean, he was missing so many shots during the tip-off. I don't know if Ty is affecting things that much, but like you see there, Mama.
Listen to Careless Whisper, Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy, doing a little My Prerogative. I got like into a little 80s kick for a second, so I was just rocking out, having fun.
I really thought you were listening to Destiny's Child.
Ty. As we jump back over to this one, reminder again, you can check out that game on Command Center. As 37-31, I think this is the largest lead of the ball game that we've seen. I think like after this, we're gonna jump into 3v3, and then we're on that last stretch of the season where it's literally go time, and you don't want to have to be left there trying to fight through the ticket.
What they need to do, and you got to respect this Cavs team.
You can see Western Conference standings, top 5, they advanced through to the playoffs. Timberwolves sitting pretty, Lakers looking pretty good. Obviously the Warriors tied up with them. I love it.
That's the energy you want. Of course, you want to play for the person next to you, and if you're just dead and just, you know, oh, okay, monotone with everything, it's not going to really hype you up. Of course, you play for each other. The more energy somebody has, it's infectious. So you
like a little prop for my hit. So he really doesn't even care about like money, I guess. I should have just took it. But anyways, next time I'll ask to use it again. Before I head out, y'all, I want to talk about Crush. And
Kings are going to be on stage. I think something that can maybe rival that is seeing the Pacers out there in 5v5 for the first time.
Yeah, that's going to be great as well. We got to see what they could do as nice little
long, including yesterday against the Warriors. He's been better during the turn, but I feel like he was as big a part of their problems during the tip-off as anybody on the team. For me,
Joe, you agree? He's got Shifty up there.
Yeah, it's pretty. Have you seen Shifty play? You have to give
I'm not saying he.
Same thing with Radiant and Off.
To give their team the lead, extend it more, things along those lines. And I agree with Harris's list. They've been the ones that have really shown out to me in that regard.
Of course, and when you look at that list,
Dini this time, slightly early and it drops.
Whew. Yeah, maybe that's why he didn't shoot that wide open one at the end of that quarter.
Yeah, no, 100%. But they're like both in your face in some different ways when you're playing with either of them. Definitely like a lot of pressure coming in from both because they know how good you are. So when you anything can change.
Yeah, and this is something I kind of spoke on a little bit before. This is a Wiz team that you do not want to keep in the game going into that third.
Hold it up. All this motion coming out here from the Wiz. Ball in the hands of B-Rich. 10 seconds to work with. Back to Dayfry. Backdoor cut to Awkward. Brings it out to the mid-range. Back down to Dayfry. Pump fakes once, twice. The struggle continues for them. Still sitting at 1 point, but this time with 9 games played. And on the right side, Wizards should be able to clean this one up unless something, you know, insane happens. They got 15 seconds.